Hello, everybody. Welcome to Boston by Night. And we are here having a scene. It's in Alex's nice Georgian little house. It's, it's the next day. It's kind of the early evening. Everything's relaxed, everything's calm. It's been a quiet day for Alice. She's even tempted to, try and do something exciting. Although for now, the two are enjoying each other's company. Alice has been, sneaking over to his house a lot more, and Alec is just, probably leaned up against one of the counters smoking a cigarette. And he'll look over his shoulders. The house itself is nice, compact, very open, spacious. And he'd just give Alice a smile.
And she will give one right back. She has, yeah, if she's been around, she is settled, she's comfortable. And, she doesn't really play the game of smoking, but she does play the game of eating and drinking. And so she has gotten into his coffee. Because, I don't know, there's just there's a lot of memories attached to having coffee with a person. Most of them are pleasant and warm. So, yeah, she's indulging in that kind of associative memory. Probably even wandering in and mug half empty, perhaps planning to top it off after whatever she's been up to. And is more than happy, especially as he is right there at the counter to be like, oh look, an arm that I'm not under. Oh, I should fix this.
Hmm.
All
Is
things
everything?
considered, if they have been there long enough. At what level of undress shall I assume?
Whatever you want. Alec is in kind of, just shorts essentially walking around.
Yeah, then there's a decided level of undress. And she will slide up under his arm and kind of relish in that just shocking cold that accompanies physical contact. It actually perks her up far more effectively than the coffee does.
Hmm. Are you all right?
Hmm? Yeah, I'm fine.
Nods. Don't you not have work? We'll say, smirking for the first time.
Well, I was on leave for grievance and I've picked up a couple shifts, but I'm not strictly back on the schedule. I
I
just
see.
kind of call in when I'm available, and I don't feel very available right now.
Smirks. Not very available. So,
Nope.
so in other words, you're ditching.
I mean, is it ditching if I'm not on the schedule? And looks
True.
up at him like it's definitely that little kid logic.
Hmm.
Bit of a mischievous look.
True. Very true. Just grins. And everything's been all right with you.
There's a bit of a head tilt, a thoughtful lift of the brows. As all right as it gets. As
Just
all right as
nods
it's
again.
ever been.
Just nods again. I know this can be all new for you, so I'm making sure you're all right.
Yeah, seems like. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Hmm.
Cause it's kind of embarrassing, but I've only fed myself once, and I wasn't really able to keep track of time before. and all that was going on. So I kind of waiting for that whole tower to topple over, but mild shrug. Other
It
than
is.
that,
It's an unusual experience the first few times, at least, from what I remember.
man, look at this coffee cup as she nods. Yeah.
But you manage eventually. Gives her a grin.
And I guess I'll have to.
I mean, it's probably good logic to have. Give her a chuckle. You see a chuckle.
I mean, it's that or go very slowly and hungrily into that great good night, and that's not a very compelling secondary option. So,
He puts his cold hand on her shoulder. No. She rubs his thumb along it. No, it's not.
oh yeah, I'll have to figure it out. Get used to it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
It's the quirk of the awkward grin.
Anything else that you need help with, or?
Mm, you take up what becomes very evident is kind of a mock serious, thoughtful look. And kind of tilting her head up. Very the thinker. I need to learn how to ride a bike.
I can show you basics at least.
Shoots him a grin. You?
If you would like.
I would like.
I can show you basic, the basic stuff as well as repair maintenance, which is kind of important.
Ooh, yeah, I guess it would be.
You'd be surprised how many people wear fancy bikes and use fancy bikes and then don't know what to do with them when breakdown.
I'm not sure I would. I mean, think of how many people have cars. I don't know how to fix my car.
I noticed. You chuckle.
Hey, car's doing fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is something of a pout.
But I can teach you how to manage, at least. Grin.
It'd be pretty neat. I like doing it. I like to be able to do it.
Just nods. That's it then.
What was the last bit?
It's settled then.
Very firm nod, as if this is a seriously struck deal. Important business, after all.
Mm-hmm. I won't even charge you for it. Wink.
Such a gentleman.
Well, I am known for it in some cases.
I mean, seems like.
Anything else?
Uh, I mean, there's always more stuff to do.
True. And you look up. It's at that moment, like he looks up, frowns. You see the noticeable frown on his face.
Just kind of looks up at his expression and blinks.
As you hear the doorbell ring.
She blinks a lot wider.
You see someone turning the key in the latch.
Oh, nope. Just she sits on the coffee so she doesn't spill it, and nope, sit right out of the kitchen. Nope.
Alec like freezes, like clamping your hand essentially, like frowning for a second, like Like he stops you. You know what I mean? There's like a split second of just reaction, like instinct.
She
As he narrows his eyes.
stops.
Like he actually, he looks about it. Give me a, no one say peony, because I'll give this. He looks ready. Do you know what I mean?
Considering that is his reaction, as opposed to this being like, you know, the response to, oh, hey, I didn't expect anyone over, but cool. Since his reaction is a tense one, all things considered, especially if he nabs her hand and all, she will promptly and almost immediately change course and just kind of slip back into him. In fact, probably half behind him.
Near the door, slowly, like someone's like, basically someone's like stuck with the keys, essentially. Like, you know, that kind of standard frustration of like, God damn it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He almost fixed at that kind of the corridor where the door would be. What are you doing?
I don't know if I can do it with the handheld, but if she slides behind him, can she pop up this gate?
You try and move, but oh no, you actually end up pulling right into his chest.
Oh, well, that is a good place to be too. She can be okay with that. She's not gonna counter instinct. Mm-mm.
Do you say anything?
She will probably kind of glance up and be like, who has keys?
His hand shoots over your mouth like just so fast. He goes, shh. Then the door swings open. You hear, Alec. And the hand shoots back down as he kind of his eyes widen, but he relaxes. Like he noticeably relaxes. Oh fuck me. Hide.
What?
Yeah, he's like almost like he's shooing you like go, go, go.
Yeah, there's probably a momentary like what? And yeah, with the shove, she scampers barefoot and just kind of looks to at least get around a corner and blow off escape before she tries to creep upstairs.
You do. You hear the clinking of high heels as someone is walking down the corridor.
Nope. She's just gonna be invisible and she's just gonna creep up these stairs. It's no big deal. It's fine.
Give me a dex stealth. Could you be panicked?
Yep. Oh, this stealth pull. It did surprisingly well for 4 dice.
How many did you get?
2.
How many did you get?
Just 2.
So you creep up and kind of stumble up the stairs. You then hear this soft, silky voice downstairs, essentially. It's incredibly soft and very light.
Is it saying anything in particular or just, hey, there's a voice now?
There's a voice. You can hear Alec respond to it. You're just too far away to make out exactly what's being said.
Nope. You know what she needs to do is the unexpected boyfriend in the house maneuver, which is, creep back up to where she lost her clothes. Please let them be up here. And start kind of like doing that thing where you quietly like try to pull on your pants, etc. Like,
you get into the room. Your clothes aren't there.
Oh.
And at that moment, you realize they're downstairs.
The quietest little, under her breath, like, oh, shit.
So what do you do, Alice?
Oh, boy. Oh, she's gonna creep back over to the top of the stairs and see if she can figure out by sound where they are.
You creep back over and you hear that silky voice chatting away to Alec. It's almost like in this mock chastising tone, like, I told you we had the thing. That's what you hear. I told you we had the thing in the theater today. And he's like, it slipped mind. High or low?
Fuck it, high.
You hear, Alec? Whose are these?
There's some internal cursing, like, God fucking shit.
Now, let's see how well does Alec pull off this lie. I had a woman over for dinner. Unfortunately, let's just say she left with a bit more than, well, less of her clothes. Yes. You can't hear you don't hear a response. I'm just going to make a quick roll for her in the background. What? There's a silence. There's just a silence. You know what I mean? You don't hear anything else.
Alice begins to consider maybe she should just, there are windows, but she would probably make more noise leaving than just staying tucked up here. Shit.
There is his bedroom, which has clothes in it.
Oh, but they're not hers. You know what? Fuck it. Just kind of slip into his room.
Mm-hmm.
And at least...
Give me a dex stealth.
Oh, God. This is such a good roll. Such a good pull. 2 whole successes again. She will internally curse every squeaky floorboard he possesses. He probably keeps them squeaky on purpose.
You hear, your woman friend is still here then? Oh no, God. No. How come I can hear her creaking upstairs?
Freezes.
That is it is winds, Caroline. I don't know why you're being so paranoid. Alec. Yeah, Carol, you hear that type of conversation, do you know what I mean?
You know what? She's just going to... What all is in here? Is there just a nice little place she can tuck herself that puts her somewhere out of the way? And she can just sit there and obfuscate and pray?
There is.
Where?
Right in the corner, you see various you see, jackets, jeans, you kind of go into the closet essentially.
The closet was kind of the goal in the first place.
Now, I'm going to roll something for you.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
You crawl into the closet. You bang into a few things and something tumbles right down on in front of you.
Oh no.
Out pops a series of photo albums. Pictures.
Oh. That's not the worst it could be. I mean, she will probably see some of them just because they tumbled down. Though admittedly, initially her reaction will be to try to kind of carefully be like, "Oh, catch him! Oh, that is too much noise. Fuck!" And kind of
You just
carefully
hear,
set them aside.
you look down. You know you've made a lot of noise. You can hear the voices talking upstairs.
Upstairs?
No, not upstairs, like downstairs.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was about to be like, "Oh god!"
But what you do see is a very, very young looking Alec. Like, I mean, you can even tell he's even younger by his skin standards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because you've seen one or two pictures of him in the house. At it very much, you can tell. Yeah, this was Embrace. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is very different. This is a young man with another woman. You see even wedding pictures.
She will split her attention, keeping an ear. I mean, I imagine, especially from inside a closet, she's not going to hear the exact nature of a conversation, but she will at least hopefully hear if they start coming upstairs.
You don't hear anything as of it. You can hear the conversation is traveling, which essentially means they're on the move.
She just tucks herself into the closet, and at least for the moment, kind of she's going to indulge her curiosity a little bit and look at this woman and look at the pictures. Not try to flip through the whole album, but that's the moment.
She has black hair, blue eyes, very pale skin. Seems to be quite the happy thing, and there are 2 kids.
Are there any like little things written under the photos around them? Even just like
It'd be
names
kind of
and
like
dates?
you just see mainly the date, which is somewhere like in the like late 70s, early 80s. Like you will actually see definitely Alec and Abigail's wedding day photos, volume 1.
Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Are there 2 kids there like on the wedding day?
Yep. You can tell. Basically, you can tell they're twins. Then they're like 1.
Oh. Her fucking heart. Why? She will pause to kind of lend an ear to the door. Probably, considering she's knocked some things over, at least pull on one of his shirts. And at least before they get to the door, we'll flick to the back to see if there are older pictures of the kids.
Roll me a perception investigation.
This I have a decent roll for. Stay decent. It's only 1 success.
You do. You find them another photo, and it is the set of Karina and Mason's 5th birthday. And you find Alec in the birthday hat with them, holding them up at a lake house. Very nice lake house. It's fucking beautiful looking, you know? And like you can see Abigail, you give me another perception investigator as you look through the photos of the lake house day.
That is 3 successes.
Alec, they all look happy, you know what I mean? But you do notice a distinct, like Abigail's there, but it's a distinct lack of her in the photos, if you get me. And each time she just looks far more paler, haggard, unhealthier looking. Like she's sick or something.
And her brow will knit. And she will commit this, as much as she can to memory, but is not about to get caught thumbing through someone else's photo albums. So, all things considered, are they still on the move? Like, have they hit the stairs?
Yep. But now you can hear them, yeah.
Oh. how hard to commit. Uh, oh boy, there is no hiding at this point. She is fucked up. She will very very respectfully set the albums aside gently. In fact, if she can quickly tuck them up wherever they tumbled from, if there's obviously a clear spot on the shelf,
Yep, I'd
she
say
will.
can very quickly.
Yeah, she will quickly tuck them up there. Um, Probably have pulled on one of his shirts because there's just something about getting caught naked that it doesn't matter if you're dead or not. It's just, oh god, why? Um, but she'll commit to a fuck it and slip back out of the closet and at least glance around to see if she managed to leave her phone on the bedside table or something.
You did.
Oh, thank God. She nabs it and the headphones, slams the headphones over her ears, and immediately, opens the screen. It's probably right on her music since she wouldn't have been texting him while she was here, and just smacks the play button so that by the time they
You
come around the corner, it's roaring in her ears.
that only starts roaring just as this opens the door.
Can she hear it?
Yes.
So yeah, she will look a glance up from her phone.
Again,
And
like, this is appearance 5, so this is just holy fuck. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, no, there's blatant holy fuck on her face. Because even hearing the name, like it doesn't exactly brace a person for what the whole second encounter, especially when this one is not in a vast room of people.
Hello.
She'll tentatively reach up and tug the headphones off her ears. Hey,
You can see behind her. Alec is literally just behind her as well. Like, duh.
I mean, there's the damning fact that she is clearly all of butt ass naked and wearing one of his shirts, or close to, and sitting on his bed, but chilling.
She kind of leans against the door very gracefully, very elegantly. My. Alice, right?
There'll be a light nod. She'll finally kind of glance to the phone, just long enough to like smack the pause button. Looking up again. Yeah, it's me.
It's very nice to meet you, Alice. Such a heavenly smile, like teeth pearl white. Even the way her cheek kind of semi-dimple, it's just perfection.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Alice is not immune to the pretty girl effect, so she's looking out of sorts. She's probably even chewing her lip a bit.
Did that come at a bad time? Looks at Alec and then looks at you with, again, this such a motherly little smile.
No, no, it's fine.
Turns and looks at Alec. She's better than last year's model, at least. Winks at him. Alec face palms. Rubs his beard.
It's tiny squint.
I like your tattoos.
Thank you.
Well, I should let you two. Chuckles to herself. Get dressed. There's an event that my dear Alec needs to go to.
Eyes will flick to Alec. The
He has the I had completely forgot about this because that face. You know, the all around me are familiar. You know, that type of thing.
And she will. She doesn't have enough anything. So yeah, she'll kind of start to stand herself up, glancing between them.
Would you like to come along?
Oh. Oh, I thought.
Darling, she'll walk over. Takes both of your hands. She's warm. Like you. She's even breathing.
It's just you know what happens when something angelic gets too close? You're just like, huh! She is obviously taken a bit aback by the direct attention, but her hands are captured and are in fact quite warm.
She'll lean over. You're Ivy's, and you're obviously spending time with my son, my dear, beautiful boy. Would you like to come with me to a gala? I promise I won't tell Ivy. She rolls.
Kind of, actually, she starts to like glance aside to Alec to try to get a measure of how good an idea this is, but then she says, "I promise I won't tell Ivy," and she kind of looks at her.
Who?
Brown knitting?
Those eyes. Blue crystal. The hair. Reddish ginger. But it's those eyes.
Oh god, that wasn't a sub, was it?
No.
Oh Jesus.
Alice, you're like it's not the same effect as the Alec effect that Alec does. No, this is everything just feels so much safer. You believe every word she says. She would never tell Ivy.
I mean,
in fact, it's just that smile. It's so trusting.
I mean, why not? It's kind of a shrug. She seems like there is, when she says it, like a distinct little knit of the brow in very, very clear confusion at the offer to just not tell Ivy.
After all, sometimes children do have to get away every now and again, right?
I mean, it's...
Consider it a personal invite.
Oh. She just kind of glances towards Alec because she's completely overwhelmed.
Alex just kind of rubs his beard and looks at Caroline, looks at you, and kind of just nods his head slowly, like, it's okay.
Sure, I didn't exactly bring formal clothes.
Oh, honey. You leave that to me. After all, we can't have you dressing in rags now, can we?
It's, again, that tiny little bit of a squint. Like, what?
Because stairs. Rolls again. You wouldn't want to embarrass my son now, would you? Alice. No. when she says that, you just feel the surge like, no, why would I ever want to do that? No, no way, no, never, God, no.
I mean that was naturally there, but let's emphasize this. Let's take it to
By like
11.
by 100 almost.
Oh Jesus. She
Because
just
your willpower, what's your willpower?
current or total?
Total.
6.
Yeah, no, never, never, no, no, no. You know,
She almost I imagine it's kind of the without even thinking, you just frantically shake your head because that is just such a terrible thing, and you would never want anyone to think for even a second that you would think something like that. And she just kind of quickly shakes her head like, "Oh, no. No. No, I wouldn't want to do that."
wonderful. I have a spare dress. Would you like to wear it?
I guess so.
Smiles. Such a wonderful smile. Brilliant. Well, it's downstairs, so I'll leave you two to get ready, and I'll see you there.
Okay.
You do look lovely, by the way. Such a polite. Such. She just reaches out, touches your cheek. Such eyes.
Thank you.
She leans in.
Tiny lean back because let's face it, it's not even a fear thing. It's just like, oh God, that is too close to the sun.
No wonder Ivy's been hiding you so long. She winks.
She just blanks. She doesn't have a response for that.
She just smiles and will pat Alec on the shoulder and begin to walk out. You hear clink down the stairs and you hear the door close.
There's finally kind of a befuddled glance Alex
Oh,
way, like, what just happened?
You can feel you feel like you can suddenly concentrate again. You're like, what? That went much better than I was expecting.
I'm not even sure what just happened.
You've met my sire.
I mean, I saw her at Elysium, but this was very up close.
She's also the primogen of my clan.
Uh-huh.
Just rock over and take both her hands.
That just happened.
It did. I'm proud of you.
Your proverbial mom just caught me half naked in your room.
She did. And you are being invited to a ball.
There's finally that tiny, like, doubtful quirk of a brow. Like, is this...
It's a good
Me?
Not really, but I have to do what's best for my clan now. Occasionally, give a smile. But this means that you will be going with me.
Guess so.
If that is a problem,
Oh, she actually kind of loosens up a little, grins a bit.
there will be a kind of frown. A few people that will be end up jealous if you are going with me.
Is it a problem for you?
No, not at all. I can handle these court people, but one girl and one woman in particular, Rose, she will get jealous.
She kind of squints. You think she'd do anything? Like,
Rose is a
do
great.
that?
If she hurts you, you tell me.
He started to say aggressive and cut off, didn't he?
Yeah, but then he frowns and goes very serious. If she hurts you,
Uh,
Rose is one of yours.
yeah.
Her and I have found a connection for a few things.
Ah,
You kind of. I wanted to talk to you about it, but I was just enjoying you for a bit. But I don't want you going to this ball with me and not know situation. That would be disrespectful.
yeah. Is she going to be there?
No, he shakes his head like, you know, he makes that even that face. Like,
Should
no,
I really be there?
I should not be there either. But you have been invited and given a dress by my
Does,
mother herself.
does she normally carry multiple dresses?
It depends on how she's feeling.
Okay. Yeah.
We have some time. You can prepare and do your whatever you need to. We've got some time. It's not till a while anyway. Hell, if Caroline gets her way, it might not be till tomorrow night. She likes to fuss.
She'd come all the way here to remind you something was tonight, then put it off till tomorrow night?
Duh.
Isn't that a little extra? Kind of quirks a glance up.
You'll nod. Caroline, she is good mother and good woman. And a fantastic sire. But even she has her moments. He gives it just a genuine smile, you know, he doesn't seem mad by it, you know? It's almost like as if he knows this routine, you know what I mean? It's more of like, oh, you know, that type of like look, essentially. Do you know what I mean?
I guess so. Fair enough.
We've got some time. I will know. She'll call. If it's tomorrow, it's tomorrow. If it's not, then we'll go together. We've got.
I should probably tell Ivy.
Ivy might be there. Might be there.
Then I should definitely tell Ivy.
Caroline did say she would not tell her, which means that there's a chance that she might not be there.
Even if she wasn't, though, was this some, actually important thing?
Not really. It's one of Caroline's galas. She owns a theatre. Few of us do turn up there, but she likes to make sure that the clan is there. You know what I mean? I missed the last one, so I got a bit in trouble. Nothing serious, just more of a lecture.
Kind
And
of grins up at him. Missed it?
it's not really my thing. But there are a few people you could meet and they will get on very well. Arthur usually goes there.
She sways in. What were you doing instead?
Hound business. Grins. Was busy being me. Saving
Busy
the world.
living?
Saving the world and all that. Winks. But yes, I was living too. But if you want to go to this, I will go with you.
I mean, it sounds like you're stuck going either way.
Yes, but if you want to go, I will make sure you're safe.
No.
I promise. Takes both her hands very earnestly.
You haven't pulled me through anything you couldn't pull me back from.
I just want you to know that.
Yeah, I know.
You sit down on the bed. After the war, I stopped going to parties like that for a while.
And honestly, all things considered, with the amount of closeness that's been involved, I imagine she just sits right on his lap. I mean, I guess they seem pretty trite after something like that.
Just nods. Got tired of all the. Just got tired. Felt dead inside. And considering everyone we lost, it was not the same.
Yeah.
But I will go if you want to go.
I can't just leave you to go by yourself.
I probably won't go if you're not going.
Won't you get in trouble?
I don't care.
I'm not getting you in trouble. She is scary. I am not getting you in trouble.
Garland is not scary. Well, not to me at least.
She just reminds me of why in the Bible it says over and over every time an angel appears, fear not.
Hmm.
Cracks a grin.
She's a good woman. She tries her best. Damien is too harsh on her.
Uh,
It is complicated. You say very genuinely.
I believe it.
I'm sorry for having you do this.
Why?
I don't want to embarrass you.
I mean, as long as she doesn't plan to outright embarrass me, I imagine it's
No,
fine.
she won't do that. No, no. Her and Ivy are actually fairly good friends.
And yeah. Besides, you'll be there.
I wouldn't let her do that.
There's kind of a relieved smile. No, I mean, after all, um, it's kind of terrifying, but at the same time, your sire and a Primogen invited me. Wouldn't it be like some huge faux pas not to show?
Yes, it would be. But if you did not want to, I would understand.
No, no. We'll manage.
Well, we've got a lot of time before the event.
Kind of a lot of time.
Couple of hours. Good few at least.
So what can we do with a good few hours? Might as well feel alive before you feel dead inside.
I can think of something.
I'm game?
That's for the scene with Fade to Black.
Oh!
As
No, I wasn't ready.
And that's where we will cut off the scene until we join Arthur and Alice for part 2. Because yes, Raz, I'm coming for you.
Coming for that ass.